I love to sequence yoga classes around the elements. Not only is it a nice way to connect to nature, but also it has significance in yoga philosophy. So, in yoga philosophy, there are 5 elements: there's earth, water, fire, air, and ether or space. And each of these 5 elements are related to 5 of the 7 major chakras or energy centers in the subtle body. And each of these energy centers or chakras are associated with different states of consciousness, different physical parts of your body, and different aspects of your life. So the chakras that are situated lower down in the body are associated with more practical matters such as survival, movement, and action. And then the energy centers that are situated higher up in the body are more symbolic and associated with the mind. So whether you take the idea of the energy centers literally or metaphorically, aligning your yoga practice with the energy centers and the related elements is a lovely way to be a little bit more reflective in your practice and associate your practice with your life. So you could even end your practice if you're practicing at home and you're exploring a particular element. You could even close your practice by journaling on that element and thinking about how it relates to your life. And so with all that in mind, for this video, I thought I would explain elemental yoga in a little bit more detail, and I'll give you a brief overview of each element and its related chakra. So the earth element is related to the Muladhara chakra or the root chakra. And the earth element is associated with your stability, your security, and your sense of prosperity in life. So it's concerned with your basic needs for survival. So when this element is balanced, you feel confident, grounded, flexible, safe, resilient, and strong. So a yoga class themed around the earth element will include poses to help you feel more grounded. Perhaps you'll use a visualization where you feel the earth supporting your body. So it's all about finding that stability in your body. And you might focus on balancing poses and child's pose. And both balances and child's pose are all about noticing where the earth makes contact with your body, feeling the support of the earth underneath you, and they're all about building a strong foundation, a stable foundation for your practice. So the second element is the water element, and this element relates to the Svadhisthana chakra or the sacral chakra. This energy center is linked to sensuality, creativity, fluidity, passion, pleasure, and emotions. So when this element is balanced, you can connect easily to others. You feel content and calm, you let things go, you're open to joy and pleasure, and you express creativity. So a yoga class themed around the water element will focus on releasing tension and stretching out the hips and the legs. You can expect flowing movement, so a sense of fluidity to this practice, and a sense of using your intuition and listening to your body throughout this water themed class. The third element is the fire element, and this is linked to the Manipura chakra or the solar plexus chakra. And this is the literal fire in your belly. So your enthusiasm for life, your passion, your self-confidence, your motivation, your inner strength, and it's also associated with heat, power, and transformation. So that transformation comes into play because it's also linked to digestion. Not only digesting your food, but also processing and digesting your life. So when this element is unbalanced, you can feel depressed, lazy, withdrawn, irritable, angry, and aggressive. So in a yoga class themed around the fire element, you can expect there to be an emphasis on building strength and heat in the core. So this will be a very heated and energizing and invigorating practice. It'll also focus on the side body and also on the spine as well. So you can expect to move through twists. And these are really nice poses to balance out the strength building of the core and then releasing, stretching out the spine. So using twists, you can also help to improve the health and the mobility of the spine. The fourth element is the air element, and this is related to the anahata or heart chakra. So this element is associated with love, openness, compassion, freedom, self-acceptance, intellect, frivolity, and positivity. So when this element is balanced, you freely give and receive love. You feel light and open, you're compassionate, you feel motivated and innovative, and you express mental agility. So if you practice an air element themed yoga class, you can expect to build strength and flexibility in the chest, the shoulders, and the upper back. The sequence might also include energizing and invigorating back bends. It's all about opening up the heart center, so the center of the chest, and creating more freedom and more spaciousness in this part of the body. And because you're stretching out these muscles, it can be very energizing and invigorating. So the fifth and final element is the ether or space element, and this element is linked to the throat or Vishuddha chakra, and this element is associated with spirituality, intuition, connection, stillness, openness, freedom, communication, expansiveness, consciousness, and truth. So when this element is balanced, you feel like you can openly communicate with others. You can express yourself, you feel connected with the world around you, you feel connected to your higher purpose, and you feel physically and emotionally nourished. So a yoga class themed around the ether or space element is all about cultivating a sense of spaciousness to your yoga practice. So can you notice the space between the inhales and the exhales? Can you notice the space between the poses that you practice? Can you notice the space that you're practicing in? And can you notice the space in your thoughts? So an ether element or space element yoga class might include poses that stretch out the front and the back of the neck and also build strength in this part of the body. The sequence might have an emphasis on pranayama or breath work and have an emphasis or focus on meditation and shavasana. The sequence might also focus on pausing between poses, so cultivating a sense of stillness and introspection and practicing being in the present moment throughout the class. So this is a very inward looking class that has a focus and an emphasis on spaciousness and stillness. So I hope you enjoyed learning more about the elements and elemental yoga. So in summary, the 5 elements are earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and they are linked to 5 of the 7 major energy centers in the body. In yoga philosophy, there can also be references to other elements, but in terms of elemental yoga, there's a tendency to focus on these 5 elements. So 2 books helped me to write the script for this video. So if you'd like to learn more about elemental yoga and the elements, then feel free to check out these 2 books. The first one is Prana and Pranayama by Swami Saraswati. And the second one is Eastern Body, Western Mind by Anodea Judith. So feel free to check those books out if you'd like to learn more about the chakras, the energy centers, and also the elements in yoga philosophy. I also have a couple of yoga programs that are on my website that you might be interested in if you want to explore elemental yoga. So the first yoga program is called Explore the Elements, and it has 5 yoga classes, one for each element, and each class is 1 hour long, and it's a vinyasa flow style practice. The second yoga program is the chakra series, and this has 7 videos, 1 video for each energy center or chakra, and each video is 30 minutes long, and each video is a gentle yoga flow style of class. So really calming and relaxing. So if you'd like to access these yoga programs, then you can become an air or ether element patron of my YouTube channel. So even my patron tiers are linked to the elements because I love elemental yoga and I love using it to theme yoga classes. So if you'd like to explore these yoga programs, then just go to my website, I'll show it on the screen right now, and click on Become a Patron, and then all the details are there. You get access to these 2 yoga programs as well as several other yoga programs for you to explore, as well as lots of other yoga classes with me, both vinyasa flow style classes and gentle yoga flow style classes. So feel free to check out my website if you'd like more information. If you're already a patron, thank you so much. Now it's over to you. I would love to hear from you. Which element is your favorite? So which element piques your interest? Which element would you like to explore in more detail? And which element resonates for you? I would love to hear from you. Feel free to leave your answer in the comments below this video. And as always, I'll leave my answer as a pinned comment as well. So feel free to have a read of that if you'd like to know my answer. As always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for practicing with me.